Hey everybody, it's Bethany from Cranberry Essentials. This reading is for Wednesday, October 28th. I have to check because I'm doing it the night before, and of course, I gotta check anyways because I never know what day it is. I'm gonna take the glasses off. Just too much glare. Drives me crazy. Alright, so I'm doing this the night before because I have to be in at a meeting at 7 a.m. Yeah. I'm not sure why, but yeah, we have to be in at 7. I think we have to be there because we have to be on the phones at 8. So, yep. I am pulling from John Holland's Psychic Tarot deck to start with, and my hair is wet because I just got out of the shower. So yeah, all right, I gotta focus because I'm not paying much attention. All right, what do we need to know for the greater good for Wednesday, October 28th, 2020? What do we need to know for the greater good? October 28th, 2020. Okay. So I did something a little differently this time. I pulled out 4 cards here. The first one is truth. I don't know if you can see that well or not. It's great. Background, it's a person standing back to orchestrating the stars. They look like a traveler. Talking about truth. The second card was balance. Learning how to balance the good and the bad, balance your energy and your emotion, and even conscious and unconscious self. Positive movement forward. It's a ship sailing into the sunset. Excuse the dog. And the last one is solitude. All right. So truth and balance, I think, are right now everything everyone's talking about. There's so much out there right now. You can't miss it. You can't avoid it. It's on the news. It's on Facebook. You can't. All your friends are commenting on things. There's just, I know there are tons of people in other countries who are just fascinated by what's going on in the United States with the political parties. I don't talk politics. But I do know that no matter how hard some of these, no one can tell a story completely unbiased. Let's put it that way. Everyone, regardless of how good of a reporter they are, is going to put something in there that is subjective to their way of thinking. And if they're trying to avoid it too much, then they'll go the other way with it. So that truth is always going to be just slightly out of balance. It's up to us to figure out where we're comfortable with where it lies, to This balance card is so much about what's going on right now. It's so easy to get overwhelmed with everything. And I've said this a lot lately. As we go towards the full moon this weekend, we have a full moon. We have, we set our clocks back an hour. Spring forward, fall back. So we set them back an hour. It's Halloween, which is traditionally a time when the veil between the worlds is thinner. You'll be having strange dreams. People have problems sleeping anyways. And then you go into the full moon. The animals start acting nuts, which they have around here. And just people get edgier. If you work in a hospital, you see it a lot. If you work any kind of retail, you see the full moon as a sign to run and hide. And people were already craziness, as far as no one knows how to deal with anything, and the emotions are high, and people are tense, and everybody wants to know what's going to happen with everything, and you have no control. That's what it comes down to, is control. So that's where the balance comes in. Learning how to balance what's going on in your life. And you may not be able to do it, but you've got to give it a try. You've got to do the best you can. Positive movement forward. Whether it's 1 step, 1 minute, 1 second, take a step forward. Keep putting that one foot in front of the other in order to get where you need to go. You may not be able to see what's at the other end of the path. It's just the way it is. If you look at some of the tarot cards, that I think it's the moon card, that you can't see the end of the journey. You can see the path that leads off, but you can't see the ending. No one can see the end. No one knows how it's going to go. You just have to trust that there is a path there. You're supposed to be on it, and make your decisions from there. Last card is Solitude. Solitude is grounding. Solitude is taking the time to withdraw in yourself, to look at the things. I talked about last weekend being really rough for me. And honest to goodness, the thing that helped the most was a little bit of solitude. That and talking to my daughter afterwards really, really helped. To be able to get a handle when things are so crazy in the world around you. If you take that time to yourself, read a good book, sit in a corner, sit and watch. We're supposed to get a snowstorm. Sit outside and, sit out next to the window and watch the snow outside. Do those things that give you a sense of calm. There's no calm on the outside, so you got to have the calm within you. And that comes from solitude. And things like reading good books, listening to music, watching Netflix by yourself, snuggled up with a blanket. Those are all things that feed your soul. My husband, last weekend I was watching Christmas movies on the Hallmark Channel. And he's like, oh my gosh, it's not even Halloween and you're watching Halloween movies. I said, it's not the movies, it's the feeling that they give you. It's that coziness, it's that knowing that at the end of each one of those Hallmark movies, there's going to be a happy ending. And they, Hallmark, that's all made about touching on emotions. They know how to play it, and they know how to play it well. So that's it for the Psychic Tarot deck. The next one I'm going to do is, and I don't have a lot of experience with this, so I'm going to flip my way through this. This is the Good Tarot deck, and is Colette Baron Reid, and it has some of the most beautiful imagery in it I have ever seen. And it in place of doing cups, swords, wands, and she does the elements. And I've talked about this before. So sometimes I have to look and figure it out myself. So what do we need to know for the greater good for Wednesday, October 28th, 2020? What do we need to know for the greater good to move us forward with positivity and light for our day? What is the best message and the best way to deal with it? All right, and let's see here. So the first one we have is Messenger of Air. So air is swords. So we're talking mental acuity, things like intellect, things like decisiveness, language, being able to focus on things. So this is the messenger. And in a traditional tarot, there's not a messenger. So I gotta look this one up. Opinions informed by experience, adherence to dogma, allegiance to a way of thinking or acting, a learned swift response, subconscious programming, and a reaction and responses. Let's try that again. Opinions informed by experience, adherence to dogma, alliance to a way of thinking or acting, a learned response, subconscious programming, and a swift reaction or responses. So, following those things that you believe in, those are your moral compass, with moving forward with your core belief system. It says a lot about what's going on right now in the world. The second is the Seven of Water. So water is cups. Okay. Imagination, fantasy, artistic endeavors, co-creative abilities unleashed. Okay, got something in mind that you want to do? Use your creative imagination. I mean, they have a mermaid sitting on so it reminds me a lot of the Little Mermaid when she's singing the song about having all she likes to collect all the different pieces. It's kind of, you know, when she's dreaming about what they do and how they are. That's, you know, that's what this card is about. Flibberty gibbets, isn't that what she calls them? The fork. And she finds the fork and it's her hair and she doesn't know what it's for. So using your imagination. And the second one is air. So it's a sword. And it's the Two of Air. And they list that as stalemate, uncertainty, and considering options. So, if we take all three of these, and we're looking at them, I would consider this to be messages from your head that are at a stalemate with your heart, your creative soul, your being. When you are focused so much, sometimes you need to focus on the things that you can't see. And you have to find a way to believe in those and to move you forward. And that's kind of the way with creative endeavors or dreams even. This could signify your dreams. There's so, you know, we're at that time period where there's so many dreams. People are talking about what they're going through. Channeling that. And it's at odds. It can be at odds with what you know to be true. So let's pull another card. I know this is running a little long, but we'll pull another card. I want a clarifier on the Two of Air. Please may I have a clarifier on the Two of Air. Cards are so... The Four of Fire. Sorry, there's so much glare. So the fire is wands, which can be the emotional side. And we're doing the 4 of fire. A new creative phase, celebration, pleasure, and harmony in relationships. So trust in your heart, move past it. Use your focus on your creative side to be able to get you through when your brain becomes overloaded and logged down and just overwhelmed by the amount of information that's out there right now. Go within, find that creative spirit within yourself. Do something as simple as draw a picture. Sit down with a book. Doodle. Doodle is I've talked about this before. Doodling is a fantastic way to release energy. And a lot of people who think they can't draw are wrong. Everybody can draw, so it's always good to do that. All right. This is a bit scattered tonight. I apologize. It's a weird energy tonight. So, I hope that you are all well. You're staying safe and healthy. I'm going to go on tomorrow night and do a podcast again because I've been looking forward to doing a podcast and I got a few stories to tell. So I wish you all the best. I hope you stay safe, stay healthy, and remember there's blessings from Maine. Bye.